Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dirty Old Masters World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. Tonight we come to the USA International Speedway located in Lakeland, Florida. My name is Brett Wheeler and thank you for your watching, for tuning in here on Ultimate TV, getting set for qualifying. In just a second it'll be group qualifying. I'll be able to see the cars roll around on the racetrack. In fact, we've got a new couple of onboard cameras we're going to be testing out as well. So you'll have the top 10 fastest qualifiers on screen. So out on the racetrack in car number 93, it's Chris Roberts. Car 93 in Chris Roberts on the racetrack. In car number 57, let's have a look and see who we got on the racetrack. It's Luke Yanis in car number 57. And our third car on the racetrack is the 22 of Jason Nygaard. Chris Roberts goes quick time. I'll have your top 10 qualifying positions just up to the left of the screen, and there it is, 18.742 for Chris Roberts. Can he go quicker than an 18.742? Stays first quick. Luke Yanes third quick with a 19.303, and Jason Nygaard second quick in car number 22 with a 19.228. So just wait for our next lot of cars to roll out here in a group qualifying. I think I've seen just about 12 drivers here tonight. In fact, maybe 14. So out rolls the 21 of Tyler Henselman, and also behind him in car number 127 it's Stephen Hill, and behind him in the number 97 it's Matthew Henninger. Tyler Henselman will get the green flag, sitting second in the current championship behind Chris Roberts, who is tonight's quickest driver after group number 1 qualifying. Stephen Hill in the 127 as well. Shown last week that he can be up the front with these guys, put in a good qualifying effort. Lap number 1 for Tyler Henselman, second quick with an 18.884. 18.884. Stephen Hill third quick with a 19.153, and Matthew Henninger with a 19.442. Tyler Henselman off turn number 4. Second lap is a little slower there, so 18.884 will stick for Tyler Henselman. 19.106 for Stephen Hill, and Matthew Henninger with a 19.440 in that no-par powered entry. So let's wait for the next cars to roll out onto the racetrack. We're on board here with the 53 of Tom Prakash. On the racetrack as well in the 39 is Jimmy Prakash, and the 094 of Parker Davis. So you'll get to see what it's like to drive these 410 cubic inch 900 horsepower sprint cars around the USA International Speedway, a track that is no longer around, I believe it is a parking mall. Tom Prakash 6th quick with a 19.354, a 19.354. Jimmy Prakash 19.685, a 19.685, and looks like Parker Davis. No time for the 094. Tom Prakash looking to go a little bit quicker there. 8th quick for Jimmy Prakash, and Parker Davis goes 5th quick with a 19.299. So Parker Davis jumps up to your top 5. Oh, and out rolls a famous car. Famous livery in the Quaker State, the Green Machine. This time piloting the Quaker State number 85, it's going to be James Taylor. In caliber 75, it's Jacob Escalopio. So what these drivers can do is just 2 cars in this group. As Taylor comes down into turn number 3 and 4 for the first of his 2 allocated lap times. James Taylor 10th, quick with a 19.579, a 19.579. Jacob Escalopio 11th, quick. Can Taylor improve here on lap number 2? Can Escalopio go quicker than a 19.579? He cannot, so he stays, excuse me, outside of the top 10. So that's the way that it stands at the moment, is your top 10. So next couple of cars on the racetrack in the 007 from Pennsylvania, it's going to be Brock Garris. Brock Garris in the 007. In caliber 10, it's going to be Corey Cosboth. Cosboth in car number 10. First lap, 20.421 for Brock Garris, 20.421. 19.918 for Cosboth. Both drivers are on their final lap of qualifying here. 21.067 for Garris and a 19.951 for Cosboth. And that looks to wrap up qualifying. Oh, in fact, we've got one more car to come out onto the racetrack. Not sure where Robinson is, Jay Robinson. But on the racetrack now. In the 00 from the Midwest in the US of A, it is Scott Masick. There it is, Scott Masick getting a little bit out of shape on the exit of turn number 4, and that will conclude his qualifying run. So that should be the end of qualifying as we get set, and we'll go through the finishing results here. So Chris Roberts takes out tonight's fast time award at 18.742. Tyler Henselman 0.142 of a second back in with an 18.884. Stephen Hill third, quick with a 19.106. Jason Nygaard fourth, quick with a 19.228. Parker Davis rounds out the top 5 with a 19.299. You go back to Luke Yanez in 6th with a 19.303. Tom Prakash in 6th with a 19.354. Matthew Henninger with a 19.440. 440, nice work. Jimmy Prakash with a 19.551. And thanks, boys, for rolling that one over. We get set for tonight's feature event. As we have a look at the starting grid, just so we're not on the replay here. So Chris Roberts lines up out of position number 1. Out of position number 2, it's going to be the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Row number 2 on the inside, and the 127 will be Stephen Hill to his outside. The 22 of Jason Nygaard. Row number 3 on the inside in the 094, it's Parker Davis lining up alongside the 57 of Luke Yanez. Go back to row number 4 on the inside. Tom Prakash in car number 53 out of position 7, and Matthew Henninger in car number 97 with a 19.440 starts out of position number 8. Position number 5 will see the 39 with Jimmy Prakash and James Taylor. We go back to our 6th row of the 10 of Corey Cosboth on the inside. Starts out of position number 11 and Jacob Escalopio. Row number 7, the 00 of Scott Masick and the 007 of Brock Garris. And that will line up tonight's feature. So we're going to do our best here to try and memorize the guys' numbers and names. A couple of new faces, a couple of familiar faces. So keep an eye on your front row. Normally you see the 73 of Alan Smell, not here tonight. He is a little bit sick, so Alan, hope you get better, mate. And no doubt you're going to be at the pointy end of the field when it comes to end of season, that's for sure. So the initial start, or all starts, will be controlled by the green flag. As soon as the green flag is out, the racing will be underway. Restarts are single file. The 93, Chris Roberts, Tyler Henselman, Stephen Hill, Jason Nygaard, Davis. Green is out, and we are underway as these cars do not like to take off on the front straight away, but we go down into 1 and 2. Roberts leads down the back straight away from Henselman. 3rd is going to be Hill. Davis, Yanez, Prakash now looks to the inside and nearly contact down the front straight away. We'll keep an eye on your battle for... We got Nygaard looking on the inside of Yanez right now. Nygaard into the wall. He gets it back going. Loses a couple of spots. Nice little battle brewing here between Taylor in the green Quaker State number 85. I'm just trying to... The 39, I think that might be Jimmy Prakash in that one. Oh, Davis into the wall. I'm pretty sure that was Davis. The 094 it was. And you just have a look at the damage on that race car right now. It's missing the hood, missing the front wing. The rear crash bar is bent as well as long as the front one. And that 94 takes a turn, a left-hand turn into pit lane as we go through your top 10. So Chris Roberts is your race leader. Tyler Henselman in 2nd. Hill in the 127 in 3rd. Yanez 4th. Henninger 5th. Jimmy Prakash 6th. Tom Prakash 8th. Taylor, the Prakash boys are 6th and 7th. Taylor in 8th. Nygaard 10th. And Cosboth, in 10th. So have a look at the 10 across both. Then we got the 75. That's Escalopio, Brock Garris in the 007, and Scott Masick. So we get that off the screen, and ATV seems to be playing up a little bit here. Alright, we're actually just gonna.
Green go, tighten up, single foul, white flag, lap 28.
Alright, so 25 lap feature events here tonight. The first one in the daytime. The next one will be under the lights. The lights will get turned on. You see the scoreboard there in turns 1 and 2 with the driver's numbers. So keep an eye on Chris Roberts. On board with Tyler Henselman right now. Second place car.
Green flag.
And we are back underway here at USA right now. On board with Tyler Henselman, your second place car. So how close you can get to the 93. And they almost made contact just then, as they're going to now be side by side into 1 and 2. As we go back to our Dirt Vision cameras, Henselman takes back the race lead from Roberts. Hill in third. Then we go back to Yanez in fourth. And with the 97 of Henninger rounding out your top 5. Roberts looking to fight back down the back straight away on the inside into turn number 3 and 4. He loves to work the bottom of the racetrack. He's a catfish right now. It's got pressure here from Hill in that 127 now. Hill goes up top in 1 and 2. Looking to get the run off turn number 2, sorry. As they go down into 3 and 4. He's going to continue to ride the cushion all the way around the speedway right now. Roberts just comes up in front of him there to take the line away, but still had a good 2 car lengths. Henselman with a nice job out in front at the moment. White flag will be lap number 28. We're on lap number 10, which means we've got about 19 laps left to run here in the twin 25 feature events. So the longest dirt track on the iRacing service, 3/4 of a mile. And meanwhile, Henselman, who is running second in your points championship by 20 points to the driver in second, Chris Roberts. So those two guys not only fighting it out on the racetrack, but also fighting it out in the championship standings. Well, Hill in third. He's got a bit of a distance there, by half a turn at both ends of the racetrack over your 4th place car of Yanez in that 57. Henninger in 5th. 6th is Jimmy Prakash. 7th is Taylor. Tom Prakash in 8th. Then we go back to Brock Garris in the 007, who's just keeping the car nice and smooth at the moment. Your top 10 is rounded out by Jacob Escalopio in the 75. The 10 of Cosboth and Jason Nygaard in 12th. Cosboth. Oh, we got a yellow on the racetrack. Escalopio. Oh my, Scott Masick. Scott Masick in the 00. Takes that car on pit road. So looks like a couple of these guys, a couple of the back markers will will drive past the pace car so they can continue to stay on the lead lap. So Tyler Henselman, that'll bring the white flag to lap 31. So we're almost past the halfway stage here. Race number 1 on the night. I believe race number 2 launches. And I believe... Let me have a look at this. Let me work out the times. I believe it launches at about 10 past the next hour. Henselman, your race leader from Roberts Hill, rounds out your top 3. Lights are out. Alright, so pace car will take the left-hand turn onto pit road. Yep, that'll be my blower going off. So we're getting set as Henselman. The green is out and he picks up the pace. And goes to the low side to protect that bottom. But here comes the 127 of Stephen Hill. The bottom side looks to be too good at the moment. With not a lot of sprint cars here in the pits. I believe this is round number 7. As we start the second half of the season. Roberts to the low side in 1 and 2. He's going to have pressure here from Hill. On the outside in just a moment. Hill works to the top side in 3 and 4. Looking to get a run. They go side by side. Hill give that second spot to Stephen Hill. Now he sets his sights on your race leader in Tyler Henselman. So I believe the white flag should be 10 to go. 10 laps left to run here. Now, Hill got a little bit out of shape off turn number 2 there. Oh, yellow is out. We'll see if we can see the culprit. The 39, Jimmy for cash. So we just heard over the communication system that someone was sorry about the contact. Now, some of these guys have no idea what they speak like. So we'll give it back to the mute system. And how about Luke Yanez up to position number 4 in that 57. Just keeping it nice and steady. So Henselman, your race leader from Stephen Hill. Roberts in 3rd, 4th. Luke Yanez, Henninger in 5th. Taylor in 6th. 7th, Garris Prakash, Tom Prakash. 8th, Escalopio Nygaard in the 22. And he's your 9th car, I think it is. Tenth car left on the racetrack. White flag should be at lap 34. I'm ready. We'll give the spiel. Alright guys, tighten up. White flag, lap 34. Lights will go out on the pace truck and wait for it in 3, 2, 1, now.
One to green, guys. Tighten up. Single foul, white flag, lap 34.
Well, timing was just a couple of seconds off, but I'm sure he'll have a good laugh at that one. White flag at lap 34. So this will complete lap number, or 25 laps has been completed.
Green flag, green flag.
Ken Henselman, can he hang on for another World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series win? He goes down into 1 and 2. Seven laps left to run here. And look at the battle going on for the minor placings right now. Roberts goes to the outside of Hill. Side by side, 6 to run. Hill slides up, but Roberts drives around him. And Roberts takes back over second. Nice job from the championship leader. Hill not going away. Throws a big slide job in 3 and 4. Roberts is going to duck it back underneath him now. I believe there could be 5 to go. Roberts going to throw the slide job back out. Oh, contact. And how about this? They all keep it going. What an effort from all parties involved. Yanez up to position number 3. Not without Chris Roberts saying anything here. Roberts going to keep it glued to the low side. Yellow is out. Well, lap number 30 we're on. And so there would have been 4 to go. Hill and Roberts trading sliders. And then Hill and Roberts made contact. And that allowed Yanez to get on by. So, and also I think I got the sound quality fixed on Discord too, guys. So that's hopefully should be fixed. It was actually a problem on my end. Well, not so much a problem, but a setting. You know, we'll go with. So the lights, once the guys come into turn number 3 out of turn 2. Come into 3 and 4, the lights will go out on the pace truck. And it'll be alright, guys. 1 to green, tighten up, white flag, lap 37. So it should give us 4 to go. Henselman leads Hill from Yanez. Roberts, Hennigy, your top 5. Tom Prakash, Brock Garris, Jason Nygaard, Taylor, and Jacob Escalopio.
Tighten up. Single foul, white flag, lap 37. 4 laps to go when we put the green.
There we go. 4 laps to go when they take the green flag. So, I've heard that spiel just a couple of times. I must say these guys do a fantastic job of putting on these events, and they work their backsides off, and I'm just glad to be able to showcase in what these guys can do. They run multiple leagues. They run 360s, I believe, on a Tuesday night. On a Monday night they run the midgets. Wednesday night I think they run the GRC Rallycross. Thursday nights they run the World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. So they certainly put a lot of time and effort into sim racing. 4 laps left to run. We'll keep an eye on the 93 of Roberts now. 1 spot from a podium. Now looking to the inside of Yanez. Battle not going to happen just yet for the race there, but we'll keep an eye on that one as Stephen Hill Not going to go away just yet. Looks to the inside. 3 laps left to run. Henselman, can he hang on? He doesn't know where to go. How about this? Hill around the top side and takes over the race lead. Oh, Stephen Hill, what a drive. Here comes Henselman now. Keeping the car glued on the bottom side of the racetrack. 2 laps to go. 1.5 miles left to run. And Stephen Hill has got that 127 honking on the top side. Battle for third. Yanis has taken back over that third spot on the racetrack from Roberts. Your top 4 run the top of the speedway. 3/4 of a mile left to go. 4 turns for the 127 of Stephen Hill. Started on the inside of row number 2. Into 3 and 4. Henselman not going to go away just yet. Oh, that was close by Tyler Henselman, but Stephen Hill gets the check as he picks up the win. Tyler Henselman will grab second. Third will go to Luke Yanes. We should be able to have our finishing results come up here. There it is. Chris Roberts in 4th. Matthew Henninger 5th. Brock Garris, James Taylor, Tom Prakash, Jason Nygaard, and Jacob Escalante. There we go, over the page. Jimmy Prakash, Corey Cosboth, Scott Masick, and Parker Davis, James Robertson with the DNS. So we're going to have a word with... I'm pretty sure they were here. Let me, 1 second, let me fix this up. We'll have a word with, hopefully, our podium getters. So they're starting to file in, I guess. Just need to restart program. That's Stephen Hill, Tyler Henselman, and Luke Ganes are your top 3. Stephen Hill and Luke Ganes not on Discord, but we'll have a chat with our second place car of Tyler Henselman. Tyler, congratulations on a second. You almost had the win there.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I'm not really one that runs the bottom line, so it didn't really seem like it was going to be my kind of race. Ran pretty good for a while, but Steven was coming the whole time, and he ran that outside line. Too much speed.
How tough was it to run the bottom, probably for the first, sort of 18 to 20 laps of that race before you had to go upstairs?
I mean, it's hard for me because I like the outside line, but I was able to get off the corners really well. The problem was I could see the speed was slowing and there was nothing left in going out of the corners. So once that happened, I tried another line, didn't work, and Steven had it figured out.
Okay, still some championship points gained over Roberts, who I think you're 20 points behind. I think I've seen, and he finished 4, so you gained some points on him in race number 1. What's the plan going into race number 2?
Just run again. I kind of hope there's a little more of a high line. That's where I like to go. But yeah, I caught a few points, and I feel like I caught a few points on his kind of track. So good signs. Have fun in the second one, I suppose, and we'll make a few adjustments and see how it goes.
Alright, you got any sponsors or shout outs you want to give?
Dirty Old Bastards Racing League, first and foremost. That's a great league. We hope people want to come out and join us. We have a lot of fun. Dirt Tracking Bastards, that's the team name. And of course, the UDT, Ultimate Dirt TV on YouTube. Thanks to you, Brett Wheeler.
Alright, good luck in race number 2, buddy, and hopefully we talk to the end of it, but this time one spot better.
I hope so too. Thanks, man.
There we have it. Tyler Henselman comes home in second place. Luke Ganez in third, and taking the win was Stephen Hill, starting from that third position. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back with race number 2 launching in about 14 minutes, so stick around for that one. This time it's going to be under the lights back here at USA International Speedway. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the Dirty Old Bastards World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series at the USA International Speedway. We get set for qualifying. Yeah, and the first car on the racetrack is car number 7. I'm not sure why he was on the racetrack, because it is group qualifying, so not sure who that one was, but we'll let that one slide. As rolling out in car number 21, it's Tyler Henselman. In car number 20, it's John Lowe. And rolling out in car number 22, Jason Nygaard. We'll have the top 10 qualifying positions on the left of your screen as they come through. And the green flag is out for race number 2 of the night. As I said earlier on, it's going to be under the lights, and that's exactly what you're watching. Tyler Henselman, 18.841. John Lowe with a 19.347. Jason Nygaard with a 19.510. A 19.510. Tyler Henselman in car number 21. You got cars 20, 21, and 22 on the racetrack. Henselman slower. John Lowe with a 19.132. And Jason Nygaard, no time on lap number 2. So rolling out onto the racetrack in car number 93, it's going to be Chris Roberts. Next car on the racetrack, your podium, your third place car from the last race in 57, it's Luke Yanez. And in car number 75, picked up a top 10, is Jacob Escalopio. Driver's been told to wind them up. We'll go green off turn number 4. The green is out. Qualifying here on group number 2, race number 2 for the Dirty Old Bastards World of Outlaws 410 Sprint Car Series at USA. Chris Roberts picked up Quick Time Award. In race 1, can he do it again? 18.858. 18.858. Luke Yanez with a 19.215. A 19.215. And Jacob Escalopio a 20.103. Can Roberts go quick? Will he go quick on lap number 2? He does. Quick time with an 18.761. Luke Yanez jumps to position number 3 with a 19.125. And Jacob Escalopio with a 19.762. And Chris Roberts, for the second time tonight, goes quick time. Looks like rolling out onto the racetrack in the Mopar, car number 97 of Matthew Henninger. Right in behind him in car number 39, Jimmy Prakash. And in car number 127, it's your feature winner from race number 1, Stephen Hill. Group 3 on the racetrack now. We got 14 cars around there again for race number 2. No time for Matthew Henninger. Prakash a 19.897. Stephen Hill a 19.223. Lap number 2 will not count for him, so he will stay 5th quick. Ken Henninger, can he lay down a lap time here on lap number 2? It looks good actually. It looks fairly decent. No time taken. And Prakash, in fact, Henninger does come up with a 19.796. Jimmy Prakash in car number 39 jumps to position number 6 with a 19.475. That rolls the 53 Budweiser. That's Tom Prakash. So he's the only car on the racetrack. We'll give you some onboard camera angles of the 53. First lap time for Tom Prakash. A 19.353, a 19.353, 6 quick. And second lap slower. So the 53, Tom Prakash, 6 quick in a solo group effort there. Just waiting on the next lot of cars to come out into the racetrack. And the Z-Max 911, I believe that is going to be Steve Castle. In car number 10. In the American Racing Custom Caneric Healthcare, car number 10, I believe that's Corey Cospo. Just to confirm, the 911 is Steve Castle. And in the 094, it's Parker Davis. Green flag is out. Steve Castle be the first of these cars. He won't get a lap time, and very close as both drivers were impeded on their first lap time. So no doubt these guys will not be in the top 10 at the moment. So we'll see if they get one lap at the end of that qualifying session. I believe that's 12 cars taken, maybe even 14 cars that have taken time here at USA. And as it stands, Chris Roberts goes 2 for 2. Quick time. Jay Robinson not there as well. Looks like we're just waiting on the officials to throw the checkered flag. And that's exactly what happened. So we'll go through your starting grid here in just a moment. Right, and starting on the pole with the 93 of Chris Robertson, to his outside the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Row number 2 in the 57, it's going to be Luke Yanez, and to his outside the 20 of John Lowe. Row number 3 on the inside, race number 1 feature winner of Stephen Hill lines up alongside the 53 of Tom Prakash. Row 4 on the inside, the 39. Jimmy Prakash lines up alongside the 22. Jason Nygaard, Jacob Escalopio In position number 9, 10th, will be Matthew Henninger. Corey Cosboth in car number 10 lines up out of position number 11. Steve Castle in the 911 lines up out of 12. Parker Davis in the 094. And James Robinson, who I don't believe may have just been given the boot. So overcast conditions. As we get set for race number 2, 25 on the board. Who will take up the second race of the night? Race number 2 at the USA International Speedway located in Lakeland, Florida. Pace truck will go around one more time. Watch the field just roll on by. So, one to green, white flag. Lap 25. If you're looking up at the scoreboard on the top left, you'll see that there is, what do we got? 21,474,000. Oh, hang on, no. 214,740,000. This is so many numbers. Yeah, we'll get set to go green. We'll get to those numbers later. They're not important. And we are green, race number 2, and a good launch from all the drivers. Henselman now shuts the door on Roberts into turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide in the mid-pack, if you don't mind. The Prakash brothers. I believe they're brothers. I hope they're brothers. And Jason Nygaard. Drivers trying to find a line and just get comfortable as they look to race early on here. Drivers in the battle of the pack. Henninger getting around the 10 of Cosboth. Castle back in the back of the pack with Escalopio and also Parker Davis in the 94. Oh, we got one around. Escalopio was around. We stay green. Castle was involved in that one, and Escalopio is going to bring on the caution. There it is. Oh, looks like somebody else. Is that the 20 of John Lowe? It is. The 20 of John Lowe. Matthew Henninger as well. Parker Davis in the 094. I apologise to Escalopio. I thought he was the reason for that caution that had just come on, but not to be. And we see the yellow come out very early. White flag, lap number 28. Single file. We get set to go green. And unfortunately, we've already had a bit of a depleted field in this one, but we'll try and keep the action hot in the kitchen right now. Roberts leads down into 3 and 4. Henselman is going to pull to the inside. And here comes your battle for third. Luke Yanez in third. Stephen Hill in fourth. Yanez looks to get around the outside of 21 of Tyler Henselman, but can't quite get the drive off turn number 2. And we're seeing the top come in late in the race. In race number 1 now. We see the top side, the top couple of drivers right now, all by your race leader, are all running the top side of the racetrack. Henselman down low, out of turn number 4. That's going to give Yanez the spot. Give the second spot to Luke Yanez. They go into 1 and 2. Henselman now running through the middle of 1 and 2. Luke Yanez in that 57 machine. Looking good here in the early stages of race number 2. Twin 25s for tonight. And while Chris Roberts, you're going to have company very, very shortly. Because if that 57 just can keep it rolling, you may just have to find a faster way around the racetrack right now. Meanwhile, he's actually running the middle of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Tries to diamond it down back to the bottom off turn number 2. Get the run down on the back straight away into 3 and 4. This driver is fairly spread out for the moment. So remember, this is the biggest track on the iRacing service, 3/4 of a mile. I think Yanez is starting to close in here on your race leader. Chris Roberts started on the pole. He actually gave the race lead up going into turn number 1 and 2 to Tyler Henselman. Since then, Henselman has fallen back to that third spot on the racetrack. So Roberts just rolling the bottom side of the racetrack. Yanez still working that high side at both ends. In fact, Roberts goes upstairs in turn number 3 and 4. And wow, Luke Yanez just the right rear over the cushion. Roberts is off the gas so much when he goes into 1 and 2, but at the other end of the racetrack, he just keeps that car rolling. So on board here. There it is, you just listen to that motor. Not revving a whole lot compared to what it is in turn 3 and 4. Really on the gas. You're now on board here with Luke Yanez running the top the whole way around the racetrack. In fact, there might be a middle line developing now in turns number 1 and 2. Look back through our field. Oh no, Luke Yanez. He's going to drop a spot there to Tyler Henselman now. Henselman up into position number 2. And can that 57? It's got a fair way back to your 4th place car of Stephen Hill. You got Steve Castle, Tom Prakash. You got the 10 of Corey Cosboth. And then you've got your race leader, Chris Roberts, out in front, completing, I believe, the 17th lap under green. It'll show 20 laps completed in the top left-hand corner of your screen, but that is counting the extra 3 laps that they had for yellows. I'm just trying to find out how many laps left to run. I believe we're coming up to 6 to go. A lot of these drivers spread out, and Chris Roberts has certainly got the field's number. 5 to run, I believe, now.
5 to go.
So with 5 to run, the 93 of Roberts dominating out in front. Tyler Henselman in second, Luke Ennis in third. Roberts got to be careful of the lap car. With 4 to go.
Say hi. Thank you.
So in fact it's I believe 2 to run. It's next time by, so well, this time by.
2 to go, 2 more.
There it is, 2 laps left to run. You've heard it from the officials. So Roberts dominating race number 2. Didn't go his way in race number 1. But the white flag is out. 4 corners left to negotiate. He gets through 1 and 2. Nice and easy. Down the back straight away. Not a care in sight. Not a care in the world into 3 and 4. And off for turn number 4. Chris Roberts takes the checkered flag. Second, we'll go to Tyler Henselman. And look at that. Tyler Henselman leads 1 lap, which happened to be the only lap, which was at the start of the race. And then Chris Roberts came back at him on lap number 2 and continues to lead the next 24. It shows 27, but that's because of the yellow flag laps counting. Tyler Henselman in second, Luke Gannes third, Stephen Hill, Steve Castle rounds out your top 5, Tom Prakash, Corey Cosboth, Jason Nygaard, Parker Davis, Jimmy Prakash. You go back to Matthew Hennigan, John Lowe, Jacob Escalopio, and that'll be your 13 cars that made tonight for race number 2, the feature the 93 of Chris Roberts. And in fact, I dare say that we're going to have an interview. If Tyler's still on the racetrack, it seems that he is not, so we're going to go be at top 2 just quickly. We'll have a chat with our race winner of the 93. And Chris, congratulations on picking up the checkered flag here in race number 2 tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Brett. That was my plan for race 1, but it didn't shape out there. But man, that car was hooked up for race 2. It was actually more stable in the corners than I was down the straightaway. I was working harder trying to drive a straight line than I was trying to drive the corners.
You're right on the bottom in 1 and 2, and the top 3 and 4. Obviously, you know, to get the car pitched on the low side in 1 and 2, you really had to get off the brakes, get off the gas, and use your brakes to sort of steady the ship.
Yeah, that's. I wasn't using the brakes. I was lifting. If you look right about where the slick starts on the front stretch there, so right before that traffic light, I was lifting basically 3/4 of the way out of the throttle, and I kind of used that to get it to pitch it, and then mid corner I was stomping back on the gas and driving off.
Race number 1, you kind of let that one slip away. You picked up quick time in both races. You let the first one get away from you, where Tyler gained some points back on you, but you just kind of tried to extend a little bit more of a points lead here tonight.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be almost even split again, as we've been doing that a lot this season. That race one, I thought the first run we had, I thought I had it, and then after that restart, Tyler was able to get by, and I couldn't find nothing and switching around. I just kept falling backwards. But I definitely regrouped in race 2 here. It worked out much better for me.
Yeah, look, congratulations on picking up, race number 2 victories here. But I'm sure you got some sponsors you want to thank as well.
Big old shout out to Dirty Old Bastards as always. I love putting the shows on for everybody that shows up for them. Dirt Track and Bastards, the team that I'm on, has Tyler Allen, John Lowe, and you, Brett, Ultimate Dirt TV, and we should have a little special sponsor announcement coming up here in the next week or 2.
Alright, well, okay, we look forward to that. Make sure you go and like the Dirty Old Bastards Facebook page to keep up with the announcement. But hey, well done, and we'll see you back next week.
Thanks again, Brett. See ya.
There you have it. That was your first place of Chris Robertson. Now we'll have a chat with our second place driver of Tyler Henselman. And Tyler, congratulations on another second.
Yep, kind of a bridesmaid kind of night, but I'll take it. This is definitely my worst track so far, and getting a lot better. So really can't get mad. I just didn't have anything in that second one. I couldn't go high. I couldn't run low. Just didn't have much. In fact, Luke was quite a bit faster. It would have been interesting to see had he not tapped the wall, because he was gaining a little bit on Chris, and he was running the high line very well. But I'll take it.
You led one lap. Unfortunately, it wasn't the lap that counted. It did happen to be the first lap, but tough. I looked at a lot slicker racetrack than what race 1 was.
Yeah, it absolutely was. I kind of thought, actually, after getting that lead off the jump on the first, I decided that I was going to try something on the restart and see if I could hit the high line, but not on the restart, but after that, see if the high line would be there. I ran that, and Chris ran that back underneath me, and I knew that it was a rough night. I couldn't get anything going on the low line. It wasn't that it was so much, it was really slick. It was just really slick coming off the corners, and 2 had a really high slick spot that was just hard to get. That's nice, but like I said, I'll take a second.
You did mention that it was your worst track, but you managed to, to come away with 2 seconds. So overall, happy with that. And you got any sponsors or shout outs you want to give again?
Oh yeah, Dirty Old Bastards as always. Chris Roberts does a great job of running this. I think that everybody says they got the best league. I think we've got the best league, but we definitely have the most fun league, and it seems to be, from what I can tell, the friendliest league, because everybody gets along. Dirt Track and Bastards, our team name. Chris Roberts, Jonathan Lowe, and Big Al, all of us are on the team, as long as Mark Davis, the founder of the Dirty Old Bastards. And as always, Ultimate Dirt TV and you, Brett, thank you for putting on a hell of a show.
Alright, there we have it. That was Tyler Henselman coming away with yet another second place. Yeah, tonight we want to give a big shout out to our sponsors as well. We want to thank BK Designs. Make sure you go and like them on Facebook, as well as liking Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tonight you've been watching the Dirty Old Bastards World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series at the USA International Speedway, and on behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV, my name is Brett Wheeler. Take care and good nights.